Hey man, say man, it's your boy Ink in the Brain, man. We back at it like a bad habit. Salute to everybody who's tuning in. Hey, we gonna have a good conversation today, man. So pull up a chair, come chop it up with your boy Inky, man. So today, man, we gonna talk about an up and coming rapper out of Stockton, California named BkandzMB3z, right? Now, he just got booked for a serious case. You feel me? The reason I'm touching on this is it's multifaceted. All right, and I'm gonna get into it because a lot of lessons to be learned for the youngsters out there. All right. So, and I'm gonna touch on Lefty Gunplay too at the end of the video too. I'm gonna tie it together. So BkandzMB3z, right? So basically, and look, I admit, I don't know where most of y'all from. You feel me? You know, I'm from California. I'm from the Bay, right? And I grew up listening to Bay Area music. That's really all I listen to is like Cali shit for the most part. You feel me? Sometimes I double back with the old school shit like the Eminems and the, you know what I mean, things like that, T.I. and, you know. But for the most part, I'm slapping all underground Cali shit for the most part. A lot of EBK J-Bo, you feel me? A lot of underground people that you probably don't know who they are, right? But so you probably don't know who BkandzMB3z is, right? But that's cool. But yeah, so I first heard of BkandzMB3z just randomly because he popped up on No Jumper, and it kind of, I think he baited me with the title. So I looked, I'm like, okay, he from Stockton, and he had just got released from prison. So I'm like, man, let me see what bro talking about. He a Mexican Crip. He got a trophy with a blue rag tied on his face, and then he got 2,900K on the other side of his face. I think it's 2,900K, something K on the side of his face, right? But me knowing how the prison politics is in California, feel me? I know, bro definitely I ain't gonna say handling this, but he definitely stand on what he's standing on. Because anytime you are a non-black person and you from a black gang, especially in the prison system in California, really on the whole West Coast, really. Like you gonna go through it. You feel me? You gonna really have to prove yourself, especially on high level yards. You feel me? Like the Mexicans and the white boys, they don't like white Crips or white Bloods or Mexican Crips and Mexican Bloods, right? But BkandzMB3z is a Mexican Crip. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, so he a Mexican Crip. He say nigga and all this shit, right? But he really just like a nigga. Like he, besides from his physical features, he a nigga. Like I say, he straight nigga. Like, he could dance. He got mouthpiece. You feel me? He got the little tiptoe dance. Like, bro, go crazy, bro. And he taught that lingo, too. So I knew off rip. I'm like, okay. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, cuz on that. You feel me? I could just tell. I could tell by the way he talk and shit like that. Right? But yeah, so come to find out, like, he was only rapping for, like, 2 months before he got on No Jumper. And then he dropped the Flyest Crip, which is a dope song, his first song, and then he dropped The Real Boogeyman, which was a response to EBK J-Bo's Boogeyman song, right? So basically, he's J-Bo's op, right? EBK J-Bo. And again, man, I don't want to sound like you know I'm riding dick or nothing like that, but J-Bo hard, bro. Like that's my favorite young rapper right now. Like Brody, like. He go crazy. Like, I listen to him in the gym all day. Like, Brody really, he could rap. He could rap his ass off. But anyway, so he basically J-Bo's op, right? And he dissing him in the songs and dissing his parties. You know how that go. They stay dissing each other in the songs and things like that. And he from Stockton. He from the Fly Boys. Feel me? Muddy Boys. That's why MB3 is at the end of his name, because it's Muddy Boys, feel me? But it's a whole, I'm not going to get into the Stockton politics, right? But if you know, you know, right? But yeah, so he started going up. Like, he dropped like 8 or 9 songs, and all of his songs on YouTube got like 750,000, 1 million, another 900,000, another million. Like, bro, going up. And it's a reason why. It's because I think my hypothesis is because he can really rap, like, and he's just a natural. Like, he just said he just jumped in the game rapping. You feel me? He wasn't even trying to rap. And it's crazy because he was in Selly Rue's video which is another rapper, that's Mozzie's partner, right? And I want to say he was in a Mozzie video too, so he was already tapped in with Mozzie and Celly Rue and them niggas a long time ago, like before he even was rapping. Like, I'm talking about 6-7 years ago type shit. So I'm like, okay, so bro been around, and he said it in his song, like he had a name before rap, right? So okay, boom. So he in and out of jail. He's always in and out the county and shit like that. He talking about how many fades he got to run and all shit like that, right? And he just got released from doing like 3 years, right? And like I said, get out, start recording, music is on fire, and he going up, right? But then, just 2 days ago, he went down for a murder. Now, let me say this. In all his songs, he always talking about how many hats he got. Like, really, in the Flyers crib, what did he say? He said, I got blue faces, nigga, for every nigga I shot. 3 of them, that's what he said. Hands dirty, I'm blowing every weapon I got. I be high as fuck, smoking on every nigga I drop. We ain't shooting at the low, we pumped up, we finna walk some. So it's like, I'm like, okay, and that's his first song, right? So I'm like, okay, look, I'm to the point now, right, giving all these rappers, you know, King Bonds and Bloodhound Lil Jeffs, and if I hear these young niggas talking about how many hats they got in these songs, I'm believing them. I'm gonna keep it lit. I believe in all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't get, these niggas don't give a fuck. They are putting it all in the songs. They talking about how many hats they got, how many niggas they done blew down and everything. You feel me? So he said he got 3 hats in the song, right? But do we know that for a fact? No, but can I believe it? Absolutely. And I believe these niggas. Now, you know what I mean? Because this is what sells. And that's one lesson to this conversation, fellas, is you gotta be careful what you put out there. You feel me? Not even on some music shit, but just in general, be careful what you put out there and what you brag about, what you boast about. You feel what I'm saying? Because life has its way of humbling you. That's one real ass, hard ass, tough ass lesson that I had to learn myself, bro. You know what I mean? You can't expect to be out here doing this and doing that and then not to come back full circle on you at some point. It's gonna happen. On mamas, it's gonna happen, right? But yeah, so he talking about how many hats he got, right? But allegedly, what they're saying is Benz killed a dude in 2019 when he was 19 years old. I think he was 19 years old. And they got him on camera too. And I watched a couple of Ben's interviews. He grew up playing sports. Like, he was a sports nigga. He was playing basketball and shit like that, right? And he was raw too. Like, he was trying to like go D1 type shit. He was raw. And but he was still on that back then in high school and shit like that. I think part of it was him trying to prove himself as a Mexican Crip, whatever the case is. But I don't know that for a fact though. But yeah. But he on camera like this, like, he in a still shot, like he in a hoodie and shit like that. And he like, it looked like he could run like a 4.5 40. You feel me? Like, this nigga had wheels in that shot that I had. But they booked him, right? They booked him for that body, but then they dropped the charges because I guess they didn't have enough evidence on it, right? So, which is a cold aspect of that case, right? Because police will do that. If police think you a suspect in something like that, you feel me? But they don't have that much evidence, they'll let you go, but they gonna keep an eye on your ass though, especially the feds. You feel me? And that's what happened, man. So I think Benz got cocky after he caught that body. I don't know if that was his first, second, or third body, but once he caught, allegedly, I don't even know if he caught that body, but allegedly, I'm believing they did, but this is all alleged. I don't know. You feel me? I just gotta say that for disclaimer purposes. But yeah, man. But I could imagine him catching that one body and getting cocky after they dropped the charges, thinking he got his first hat, and now he on that, and then he catch a second one, his third one. You feel me? And it's like, it's a cold demonic cycle. You feel me? Hey man, let me make this abundantly clear. This video is probably gonna be long, but whatever. This is an important message, man. Let me make this abundantly clear to y'all, man. If y'all out here shooting niggas and killing niggas and running around with guns and, you know what I'm saying, committing armed robberies and things like that, carjackings and things like that, bro, you're going down for a very long time if you get caught. you don't want to fight no murder case, bro. Take it from me personally, bro. I went to the joint for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and got blessed with 2 years. I was facing 7.5 on my first case. But even that is a walk in the park comparing to what Benz is looking at right now. But this is what happens when you brag and boast and you know what I'm saying, get on these songs and talk about how many hats you got and dissing all your ops and you in videos showing all these guns and shit like that. And then you in vlogs just incriminating the fuck out of yourself. You in vlogs pulling out 8,000 like, oh yeah, this is just light money. I made this the last couple of days. Bruh, look, I've had a lot of money in my life, right? I'm telling y'all right now, anybody you see who just pulls out 10K, 20,000, bro, they drug dealers, scammers, or rob somebody. That's it. There's no fucking electrician or construction worker or oil field worker who's making 150K a year pulling out 10, 20 bands like, oh yeah, I'm saying I just made this month. I mean, yeah, man. Bruh, be very wary of these people that you see pulling out 20 bands, 30 bands out their pocket, bruh. They got it illegally. I'm just keeping it lit with you. They got it illegally. Unless they a rapper and they flexing or something like that. But even then, you see what happened to Lil Durk and all these niggas, Fetty Wap, you know what I'm saying, who was a multimillionaire and Fetty Wap wanted to sell Fetty. So I just want to say that, right? But anyway, yeah, so Benz got booked for that same homicide. You feel me? The Stockton Police Department said that they got more evidence and they arrested him. They arrested him in Lodi without incident. He came in. Okay, and then again too, right? Benz is wild, right? He was on bond for 2 other cases right now, or on bail for 2 other cases right now. One for like a gun, and then another for gun and drugs, which was I think it was the feds swooped him up on that second case. Bailed out twice. So you out on 2, you already got 2 pending cases, so he going back to the joint for sure on those 2 cases. But, you know, drugs and guns, that's like maybe 5 years, you know what I mean? California tends to be a little bit more lenient when it comes to shit like that. So I would imagine Benz would have got like, they would have ran those 2 sentences concurrent, and he would have got maybe 5 to 7 years. You know what I mean? Do it 66%, he'll be out in like, you know what I mean, 3 to 5 years type shit. That's a walk in the park. He already used to doing time. But that homicide, that 187, oh, it's over for Brody. It's over for Brody. Look, he got a good lawyer for his previous 2 cases, right? But this murder, bro, it's over. He got to sit in the county for like 3-4 years before he even go to trial. And if you blow trial, he out of there. So basically what I'm trying to tell y'all fellas is you have a young man who isn't even 30 years old. He also has 3 children, grew up playing sports, you know, was trying to go D1 and things like that, but certain things derailed him on that path, right? And look, I can't really knock Brody, even though I don't agree with him out here, you know, catching all these hats and shit like that, because in my opinion, and look, I'm a God-fearing man. I realize that not everybody is. I think that's the society that we live in now. I mean, I think a lot of people don't believe in God now. I'm seeing a rise in that. Like, even on a side note, like a lot of black women, they don't even believe in God now. They're over here practicing witchcraft and putting spells on niggas and just totally denouncing this shit. And that leads to this kind of lifestyle, because I don't necessarily think that you have to believe in a higher power to have a moral compass, but a lot of times if you do believe in God, then you do have a higher moral compass. Hey man, look, if I wasn't a God-fearing man and I was a Luciferian, or I didn't believe in heaven or hell, maybe I would be out here robbing niggas and shooting niggas and trying to get a quick buck. Who knows? But they gonna have to pay the consequences for their actions, though. You know what I'm saying? In the afterlife, you feel me? In that hell, you know what I'm saying? That 7 layers of hell that y'all going to. You feel me? So yeah. But Ben's got 3 children that he might not ever see again, which is sad. And it's just wasted talent. It seemed like he was a natural. The only other case that I've seen that somebody could come out and rap like that and have like real bars and be able to have the cadence and the swag like that off rip was King Von. I'm trying to think of somebody else, but King Von was like that too. He was just got out of prison or jail and just hopped in the game and took off. You feel me? But Vance is the same way. I think Benz have potential to be as big as EBK J-Bo if he would have stayed free, but the streets catch up to you. You feel me? So, yeah, man. So Benz you know what I mean, in the county jail, he want to run a ton of fed. He gonna be fighting a lot. He gonna be fighting a lot for the rest of his life. You feel me? Fighting on that yard and in the courtroom. You know what I mean? But if he beat that case though, and he come home, oh, he's going up. But by that time, it's gonna be 3-4 years from now. Well, that's like 2029, 2028, 2029, maybe 2030. You feel me? It's over. Like even EBK Lil Play. EBK Lil Play caught those 2 hats, and he's sitting down right now, and it's been like 2 years, and he's still in with the trial. So it's gonna be a while, man. He in for a tough fight. He just bailed out for like $100K on his last case, and caught the lawyer. So I'm thinking he kind of tapped out, but he got signed off that first song, the Fly Script. He got signed off that one song to Capitol Records. That's how much he was taking off, right? So just a waste of talent. You feel me? But he said in No Jumper interview that he knows what come with this shit. He ready to die or go to jail for life behind his people. So, hey man, watch your tongue. Watch your tongue, brody. You know what I'm saying? Because you might get what you asking for. So that's that, right? Now moving on to Lefty Gunplay. I'm gonna touch on this real quick, and I'm gonna end this video out. Lefty Gunplay is trash. I'm gonna keep it real. I started to do a video on him a long time ago, but I'm just like, man, I'm not gonna even talk about this nigga. But he did get on the Kendrick Lamar album with them 4 words he said on that song, which is a dope song. I fuck with the song, and also I think that album that Kendrick just released is a classic, and I think that's his best album. I'm just gonna put that on record. And then Section 80 is his second best album, in my opinion. But Lefty Gunplay is trash, but that's neither here nor there. But the difference, you know what I mean, difference between Lefty Gunplay and Benz is Lefty Gunplay, he a Sereno, and Benz is a Mexican Crip, right? 2 different opposites of the spectrum, right? And I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. Most Mexicans, they don't like niggas. They don't like niggas. They might fuck with them, you feel me? But when it comes to that prison politicking, they're not fucking with you, because if a riot kicks off, everybody's against the blacks. The whites are gonna attack the blacks. The Mexicans are gonna attack the blacks. You feel me? The Native Americans gonna attack the blacks. The blacks are on their own. White boys are gonna attack the blacks. The blacks are on their own. So that alone, if you done time as a Sereno or even a Norteño or any Mexican, like you running with your car and you don't fuck with blacks. I mean, Mayates. They don't fuck with Mayates, homes. Pinche Mayates, homes. No, that's it. They don't fuck with Mayates, homes. We don't eat and spread with Mayates, homes. What, you gave a Mayate a half your burrito, homes? Oh no, you gotta get a DP, homes. We don't play that, homes. That's what they own. I mean, or they find out you got a black baby mama on the street. Oh, Holmes, you fuck with Mayate bitches, Holmes? Oh, no, man, you fuck with black hoes? Oh, no, Holmes, you gotta get a DP, so they don't like black people, you feel me? But, so for Lefty Gunplay to not like black people, right? Well, I don't know for a fact that he don't, but he said he don't want his Mexican daughter, which I actually don't have a problem with what he said on this tip, but he said he don't want his Mexican daughters to date a black man. Like if his daughter brought home a black man, he would be like, what the fuck? That was his exact words verbatim. Like, what the fuck? Like, he don't want that, which I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't. But when you juxtapose that, or you I don't know if juxtapose is the right way, but I mean, you combine that with you're in a black genre of music, you're a rapper, right? You got platinum teeth with diamond grills in your mouth and shit like that. You're emulating our culture, bruh. But you don't got no love for niggas though, like that. You feel me? But I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong, but me being to the joint and knowing how the prison politics work, I would venture to say he probably don't really like black people like that. But it seemed like him and Expo, you know what I mean? Expo is a dope rapper too out of LA. You know what I'm saying? Him and Expo and Dodie Six. They got several songs together, and I like the songs. I've listened to them songs a lot. Like Walk Down, and they got a couple songs. I mean, and they hot. They hot, and the videos is dope. They got a cool vibe. like him and Expo, they like, you know what I mean, doing a little. So I'm like, man, maybe he do fuck with niggas. I mean, maybe he did 9 years, I think. So he might just be institutionalized on that penitentiary time, and that just is what it is. So I could be wrong about Lefty Gunplay. I'm not gonna full out say that he hate black people like that. But if I was to lean one way or another, I would say he probably doesn't. But again, I don't blame him for not wanting his daughter, you know what I'm saying, because I'm going to be real, man. If I had a black daughter and she brought home a white boy, I'd feel a certain type of way about that. I mean, not really because he's white, but I just know a lot of times when black women deal with white dudes, they're like anti-black, like for real, like. Because a nigga can deal with a white girl, right, and not be anti-black. He might just not be able to pull the black girl that he wants. For me, because I love black girls. But if I'm just keeping it solid, it's hard to find a black girl who's in shape with no kids, who wear natural hair, I mean, who got good hygiene, take care of her body, and who don't got a foul mouth, who cuss every sentence and shit like that. So, but if I can find one, I'm gonna grab up in the chokehold and all some I'm snatching her up, you know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there, man. This video wasn't about my dating preferences, right? You know, but I don't discriminate. I participate. You dig what I'm saying? But closing out, Lefty Gunplay, trash. Bands is fire. Bands could actually rap. Lefty Gunplay is trash as fuck. And Bands really rock with black people. So if I had to choose between them, Bands, like Kendrick should have put Bands on his album. Even basically what I'm trying to say, right? But shit, I ain't no hater though. I ain't a hating bone in my body, man. Salute to Lefty Gunplay doing this thing. But that's why I respect Bands a little bit more. Because at least Bands, he full-fledged in black culture. He not trying to play both sides of the fence. Got one foot in and one foot out. Trying to be a Mexican, you know what I mean? And then fuck with black people and not really fuck with black people is what I'm trying to say there. But truly and dearly, to close this out, the message I'm trying to say to y'all fellas is, when you got an opportunity, seize the opportunity and be careful with how you move in these streets. And Benz might have been doing that, right? But not really, because he just caught a drug and gun case, you feel me, a couple months ago. But I think that body he caught, his past came back to haunt him. I don't think back in 2019, he knew that in 2024, he would blow up and be like the hottest rapper, you know what I'm saying, in Stockton, besides J-Bo. But J-Bo on the joint. But J-Bo coming home in a few months, though. And stop dissing all these people on your records and talk about how many bodies you got in these records, man. Stop going on these interviews and talking about all the bodies you got and, oh, you see this, 2,900K, right? Okay, da, da, da. Stop doing that shit. Stop going on these vlogs and Instagram Live pulling out 20K. Oh, yeah, it's just today's money. It's just today's money. Bruh, the average person doesn't make 20 bands in one day, so therefore, what are you doing, bro? You don't think the feds is watching this shit, man? Stop being fucking dumb before you go to jail or prison, man. It's not nowhere you want to be, man. Take it from me. You want to live in a 6x8 cell for the rest of your life and rely on state food and ramen noodles and beans and rice and tunas the rest of your life? All right, well, keep on committing your crimes then, brody. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you want to have, you like, you know what I mean? You like me, I like chicken breast and steak and, you know what I mean, pastas. You'll never see no real tomatoes again. Well, now you probably get tomatoes in the kitchen, but you'll never see no real vegetables again in your life. You'll never have a Gatorade the rest of your life. You'll never have a Red Bull the rest of your life. You feel me? Unless you make some moves in the joint. You know what I mean? You get a seal under your wing or something like that. But trust me, man, it's not like you want to live, man. Blown opportunities, wasted talent. It's a damn shame, especially when you ain't even hit 30 yet. You ain't even hit your stride yet. And you got kids to take care of. That's a real travesty. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, this is what Inky the Brain. Hit the like button on this one, man. I don't really, you know, I'm not a YouTuber. I just get on YouTube and talk my shit and swallow my spit, man. I try to give my advice and opinions and try to maybe, you know, change a couple of youth lives out there, man. I've been to the joint and I wasn't supposed to go, man. I'm a college nigga. I got master's degree. For me, you see, I'm in my house. I'm a homeowner. But I fucked up. That don't mean you can't go to the joint, though. Hey, they gotta sell for everybody, man. So stay out of trouble. Y'all be smooth, be solid. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed. I got 3 or 4 more videos I'm gonna be doing the next couple of days too. So y'all gonna see me pop up the next couple of days. Y'all be easy.